What a beautiful morning. Hmm. Mm, stuff is good. But you know what? I could go for some Mexican sweetbread for this. Yes.
Hello, folks. Welcome to Baking Revolution. Today we're going to make this bread called Conchas. It is a Mexican sweet bread that's buttery, that's a little bit eggy, and has a streusel topping, usually cinnamon. Now, this bread was made by the Mexicans way back when the Spaniards and the French took over Mexico. The French and the Spaniards brought their baking skills to Mexico, and therefore some of the breads were born. Now, the concha is basically a mix of a brioche bread. It's really rich, got a lot of butter in it, a lot of eggs. And the topping, the streusel topping, is probably more of a Spanish influence because the Spaniards use it in their king cake, their rosca de reyes that they serve during Christmas time, or after Christmas time, rather. So, right, that's how conchas are made. I mean, just ask my dad, right, Dad?
Oh, sí, mi hijo, tienes mucha razón. Así es como los españoles nos dieron el pan que hacemos hoy que se llama la concha.
And that's right, Dad. And also the French, not just the Spanish.
Pero, mijito, no tengas vergüenza, habla en español, es tu lengua.
Papá, es que la mayoría de la gente que ve mi video habla inglés, no habla español.
Hablan inglés, mis huevos.
Papá!
Corre, cabrón, bueno,
Sorry, guys. Okay, right, so let's get to it. Let's go ahead and make this bread.
Right, so we're going to start by making our sponge first. Now, this sponge is made of 3 simple ingredients: flour, yeast, and water. And we're just going to mix this thoroughly. Now, the sponge is what's going to give us the flavor and also the rise in our bread and its final texture. So this is crucial that you make this properly. So mix it really well, cover it in plastic wrap, and let it rise for 1 hour. Okay, so now we're going to add our flours to the bowl along with the salt. We're going to go ahead and add the sugar as well. We add the eggs and the egg yolks along with the vanilla extract, and of course that pre-fermented sponge we made earlier. We will put this in the mixer with a dough hook, let it mix for 2 minutes on low speed. We will then increase the speed to medium and mix it for 4 minutes. So 4 minutes are up, we're going to add the butter in 4 increments and mix it for a total of 3 minutes. Now you want to make sure you mix the dough thoroughly before you add more butter. Right, so it yields a wet, sticky dough. Now you want to make sure you cover this in plastic wrap and refrigerate it for 18 hours. This is where the flavor develops, so you want to make sure you do this right. Okay, so we're going to lightly flour our surface and we're going to turn the dough out onto the table. Now we're going to do the same thing we do with a yeasted bread. We're going to squeeze that excess air out. You want to make sure this air is out so that when you do that final proof, your bread rises properly. Now, once you're done pushing out all that excess air, we're going to divide our dough into 12 equal portions of 73-gram dough balls. Right, now to get them perfectly round like this, you may be wondering, what does he do? How does he make it perfectly round like these? Now, it's very simple to make this dough round. All you have to do is get your hands dusted with flour, just a light coat. Then you're going to go ahead and grab your dough ball. You're going to press it down like this in a circular motion. As you progress, you will arch your fingers up, and this will give you the perfectly round dough ball. You're going to place the shaped dough balls in a sheet pan, about 2 inches apart per dough ball, and you're going to brush them with egg wash. This will prevent them from not rising properly. You will then cover them in plastic wrap and let them rise for about 1.5 hours to 2 hours. Meanwhile, we're going to make our streusel topping by combining the butter and sugar in a bowl with a paddle attachment. You're going to mix it till it's creamy. Now, butter tends to stick to the sides of the bowl when you're creaming it, so you want to go ahead and scrape the sides of the bowl and then continue mixing it to make sure it's well incorporated. When your butter is well combined, we're going to go ahead and add our flour and cinnamon to the mix. We're going to go ahead and mix it on low speed just until it's well combined. I like to portion out my streusel with this purple handled disher. This will give me the exact amount for every concha, right? So I scoop it up with a disher, I then use the palm of my hand to press off the excess, clean it off. I then put the portion in the bowl and continue doing it until I'm done with all the streusel. Now you're probably wondering, how did you get the perfectly flat disc to put on top of this concha with this streusel? Now you can roll this out, or you can go ahead and use a tortilla press. You get some plastic or even a Ziploc baggie, put it in between the two sides of the tortilla press, place your portion out streusel dead on the center. Then you're going to go ahead and put that top sheet of plastic over. You're going to put the top part of the press down and lightly press it. And look what happens. You get the perfect disc every single time that's even and perfect to use. Once our dough balls have risen, we're going to brush them with egg wash to act as a glue and then put the streusel topping on top of it. Once you get the streusel topping on there, you notice that it kind of overlaps, and that's okay. What matters is that you cover it. Right, so using the knife, you're going to go ahead and cut the design onto your concha by making an arch. Now you're going to make a total of 4 arches. So make an arch, go around the dough ball again, and then 1/4 time. Now again, this is going to give you 4 perfect arches. Once you've cut the design to your conchas, we're going to put them in a 400-degree oven. We're going to bake them for 13 to 15 minutes. Once baked, we're going to let them cool for 30 minutes before we enjoy them.
Well, folks, here goes nothing. Delicious. I like the crispiness of the streusel. It's just perfectly sweet. That hint of cinnamon. The sponge itself has a nice vanilla flavor to it. Slightly sweet. It's got that richness of the butter. Has that brioche-like characteristic. It is going to go perfect with my cup of coffee looks. Seriously, guys. See you next time on Baking Revolution.